So I'm Aspasaris. I'm the Program Coordinator of the Master of Psychology, Organisational and Human Factors Program.
And I'm Carlo Tropiano, and I'm a student in the Master of Psychology, Organisational and Human Factors program.
The university offers this program because it is in demand. So basically, the workplace is changing. Technology is changing the way and the pace at which we work. Organisations need to compete globally, and they need expert advice and guidance to meet these challenges, and that's where organisational psychologists come in.
I think the program would suit anyone who's generally interested in psychology, but also psychology in the workplace. For me personally, it was a lot to do with performance and performance-based psychology in the workplace.
The program will suit anybody who has completed honours level psychology and has an interest in work. So the focus here is the study of work and improving performance in terms of organisations, but also the work experience for people at work, so job satisfaction and motivation.
The time commitment for the master's program, it's a full-time program. So I think any prospective student or anyone interested in studying psychology and going through masters needs to be mindful of the fact that they would need to put aside enough time for a full-time study commitment.
Look, the reality is that people work. Students are increasingly in work. So the challenge is to be able to meet the requirements of the course. So you need to attend seminars, you need to attend placements, but there is flexibility, particularly in the second year where there are no courses if you're doing the program on a full-time basis. So you've got those out of the way and you can work pretty much independently on a thesis and placements.
I think, it's prioritising the program and then having work arrangements that are flexible around your study commitment. The reason I chose this program in particular was obviously it's got a fantastic reputation as a university, the University of Adelaide, and also the program itself. But I wanted to give myself the best opportunity to pursue a career in psychology and organisational psychology.
So the key highlights are an opportunity for students to work in a small group without the pressures of exams and strict timeframes of that kind. Another highlight is placements. So these are opportunities for students to select an area that they'd like to work in with a practitioner who's appropriately trained in order to meet placement requirements. So they have 1,000 hours. For many students, they have not really had an opportunity until they get to that point to go out into practice. So it combines theory, so classroom activities, with practice in a pretty even way.
Yeah, definitely. I think that, to emphasise what Asper said, you feel very connected to industry. So you get an opportunity to see what other professionals are doing in the field, which was fantastic for us. And you get that through both your placements. So you get the first-hand experience, but you also get people coming in and taking classes who are actually out there in the workforce, which is fantastic. And I think for me personally, the aspect that I enjoyed the most was that more, not necessarily informal teaching environment, but it's a much more supportive environment because you're all working together and everyone wants every other person in the class to do well, basically.
The students have some degree of selecting placement.
Yes.
So you can select where you undertake a placement to a greater degree. It's not as prescribed as for some other programs, whether they're undergraduate or postgraduate. So you can align your interests with the program requirements and undertake a placement with a practitioner that you quite like to work with. And it can be an opportunity for employment. So one of the highlights is that through placements, a lot of our graduates gain employment. And I think that sets this program apart.
I wanted to have a placement experience in an area that interested me, which was, in sport or exercise, for example. So I was able to do that through this program, which is a really good thing.
And so students who look for diverse career outcomes with the foundation of psychology come to this program compared to others, where it's really quite specialised. So you sort of take it, so the personalities are different, everything. It's really good. Nice environment.
Yeah, I loved that aspect.
So if you would like further information on how you can enrol in the Master of Psychology Organisational and Human Factors program, go to our website. You'll get a lot of information.